Alright, today we'll be learning the foundational of networking, that is virtual networks. Entire architecture will be deploying from the scratch. That is, this is a greenfield development. Even if you're new to Azure, please do not worry, I'll be guiding you the entire step. So let's dive into the portal. The portal looks something like this. Since I've used virtual networks, it appears here. Also, we can type virtual networks here. It will also appear here, right? So anyway, if works fine. So we are into the virtual networks. Now next we need to click on the create button. So virtual network is nothing but a logical representation of our own network. So next we need to select the subscription and resource group where we want to create the virtual network. Next we need to name our virtual network. Let's name it Amit Vnet. Next the region, this looks good to us. Next we let's click on the next button. Next goes the security, passion, firewall, DDoS. Since this is a basic tutorial, we don't want much of these features now. For now, let's move on to IP addresses. This is one important concept. So this is like the entire range what we need, that is 16. Here we have the count of the addresses, 65,000 something, right? So this is the entire count. Then is the subnet. So subnet is nothing but we can group our resources as per the security requirements. We can put the, like, let's say SQL servers, virtual machines, creating different subnets as well. All right, so we have the add subnet button, but for now we will create the default subnet, because if we look at the architecture diagram here, we are creating everything in the default subnet. So we'll be following this entire architecture diagram throughout our tutorial. So yeah, since we can see 10.0.0.16, so that's what we have used here. If you look 10.0016, and we have used the default one. This looks good. So let's move ahead with the next step. So next is the tags. We can type tags if you want. Next is the review and create. The validation is running. This looks good. Let's click on the create button. So our virtual network is getting deployed for now. We need to wait a couple of minutes till it gets ready. When it gets ready, our next step would be, if you look at the architecture diagram, is to deploy or to create two virtual machines inside the subnet, right, default subnet, which we have created just now. So let's wait till the deployment is in progress and gets completed. All right, our deployment is now completed. So now let's create virtual machine. That is, we'll start the process of creating virtual machine. Let's click on create Azure Virtual Machine, the first one. Now let's select the resource group where we want the virtual machine. Next we need to name the VM. That is, since there are two VM, let's type it, name it Amit VM1 for the first one. Region looks good to us. Next we need to select ability zones. For us, it's looks good. Zone 1 is, we are good. Next is the image, that is the software build. So software build, let's select as the Azure Edition, this one, Gen 2, and this looks good. Then we need to select the size. Let's select P2S, general purpose. Right, this also looks good. Next we need to create username and password, so that when we RDP we can use those credentials. So let's type it Amit. Let's give it a password. So our password matches. Now next is to configure the inbound ports. Since we'll be RDPing it, we need this port. We can also additionally use, if you want to SSH or HTTP, we can also select these ports. But please make sure whatever ports you open, make sure like you open the minimum whatever you require. Do not open more ports. If you are into security person, or if you're a security engineer, it will be a problem explaining to the management, right? So for this tutorial, we'll select this. Now for the licensing, we don't have existing license, so let's next move to disk. So we have the default one. We don't need premium, so we'll use the maybe the lightweight standard SSD is fine for our tutorial, and this looks good. Now next move on to the networking tab. So this is important. Why this is important? Because in the previous step we have created virtual network, right? So we need to select our virtual network. So by default it selects the newly created virtual network, which is fine, Amit Vnet. That's what we want. the subnet, you can check it's automatically selected the default one. That's what we want. So we are good for now. If you look, the inbound ports are also there. It looks good. We don't need load balancing. Next is the management tab. In the management tab, we don't need these things. We'll keep it as default. For boot diagnostic, let's disable it. We don't need any kind of diagnostic, because we are not doing any kind of diagnostic in this tutorial. This is custom data. If you want to bootstrap, or you want something to load during when the virtual machine gets started, you can paste it. The custom. Next is the tags. You can write key. These are key value pairs, we know, like the dev environment, and the value will be virtual machine, those kind of things. This is optional again. Next, review and create. All right, our validation passed. So now let's go ahead with a create button, because we are done creating one of the virtual machine. If you look here, one virtual machine is created. We need to create one, configure the virtual machine so that they can ping each other. I'm right. So we'll be doing that. Since our deployment is getting ready, we can duplicate this tab in order to save time, and we'll repeat the process for virtual machine 2 as well. So let's repeat the process. So let's click on create virtual machine. Let's select resource group, name the virtual machine Amit VM2. Let's go down. Let's select the image. Image will be selecting the same image. Let's select the size, the B2S general purpose. Let's go down username. For RDPing to this one as well, we need to create username and password. Let's create one. If you're a security admin, please keep this add username and password as safe with you, because we don't want too many people to log in and create some trouble for us. So next, let's select the standard one to save some cost. Let's select go to the networking tab. Here again, please note, this is important step. Virtual network, it should be Amit Vnet, because as per the architecture diagram, we need to select the Vnet which we created just now, so that two virtual machines will reside inside the Vnet and also in the default subnet. So that's what we are doing now. If you look here, default subnet, default this one, right? So we are good as per the architecture diagram. Next, go to the management tab. We won't find much here. Monitoring, let's disable boot diagnostic. Let's go to the advanced. We are not doing anything. Go to review and create. All right, our validation passed. So let's create VM2. So we currently got two virtual machines, right? One is VM1, if you look, which is named as Amit VM1, which is in progress deployment, and this VM is also on the edge of getting deployed. So let's wait for a while. After these both VMs are ready, we need to configure, because directly we cannot ping each other, right? If you try, it won't work. So that's what we will be doing now after the deployment of both the VMs is ready. So VM1 is currently ready for now. Let's wait for VM2. All right, our both VMs are ready now. So let's click on go to the resource both for both. So first, in order to ping, we need to go to the networking tab, networking settings. All right, in the networking settings, if we look, we need to create one port rule. Let's select inbound port rule, right? Let's select protocol ICMP v4. This is what is available. Source is any, destination is any, looks good. Action is allow, priority we can set. We'll leave it to default. We need to click on add now. So it's creating security rule. Security rule are kind of firewall will say. It filters unwanted traffic, and like we only need currently VM1, right? So okay, so we are done with this. We need to check whether ICMP is enabled or not. So in order to check, we need to RDP into the machine. Since I'm using Windows machine, so it will be directly, I can directly RDP. If you're using Mac or Linux, please download RDP software, and then you can RDP into the virtual machine. So please note, we are RDPing into Amit VM2. This is the second one where we have download opened ICMP. Click on download, keep. Let's open the file. Let's try to RDP. It asks for a password. So password, do you remember, like when we created the virtual machine, it asked for admin name, username and password, which I mentioned to keep it as safe, right? So we are good. Let's click on OK. Now let's select yes. So it's trying to configure remote session for us. We are RDPing into the machine now. Alright, this is one important thing. Do you want to allow PC to be discoverable? We need to select it as yes. If you don't select yes, we'll be having trouble regarding the ping part. Yeah, right, when we won't be able to ping using the other virtual machine. So let's close this. Here we need to select whether ICMP is enabled or not. We'll use Windows Defender firewall with advanced security. We can use this to check it. Let's click on inbound rules and let's expand this, or maybe make it big, maximize this. We need to check here the printers and all. If you look, so if you look here, file printer echo request, this one ICMP4 and V6, its protocol is now enabled. So we are good for now. So we can close this VM as well, but for now let's minimize this. So our VM2 is ready or configured fully. Now let's use VM1 to reach VM2. So for VM2, let me show you. We'll be getting the public IP address as well as private IP address, right? So whenever we'll be ping, since both the networks are internal to Azure, so we can use our private IP addresses, right, to communicate with each other. It will by default use. Let me show you how Azure uses it. So let's go to VM1. This is the other VM. We haven't RDP into this. So this is the first time we are trying to RDP. Let's click on connect. Same way, we need to click on download RDP file. And let's click on keep. This one is the VM1. Let's open the file, connect. Let me remove this thing. This one is VM1. Let's type the password and try to RDP into the virtual machine. Select yes. Alright, our VM1 is almost ready. Again, we need to select this yes because we need to ping the other VM. Let's select yes. I'll also mention you how to troubleshoot it. If you forgot to select yes or by mistake selected no there, I'll also let you know. For now, let's close these things because we don't need. We'll open PowerShell to ping. PowerShell, we have right click, will run as admin. Alright, we got. Now let's try to ping VM2. We are into VM1, right? So we can directly mention the VM name, ping VM2, and check whether it's working or not. Alright. So if you look, if you type the wrong name, or VM2 name, if you look, is something Amit VM2, right? If you type the wrong VM name, it will throw an error. So it's good to commit some error so that we can like debug later on. Let's select VM2, ping VM2. Let's check if it's working or not. So it says timed out, means it might be having some problem maybe, right? So as mentioned, if anything goes wrong, we need to troubleshoot it. So let's try to troubleshoot it. If you see, it's 100% loss. So the VM1 cannot ping VM2 currently, right? On the other hand, like let's type something, this one, google.com. See, if we type google.com, it instantly gives results and it's 0% loss. So as mentioned, if both your VMs are unable to communicate to each other, we need to configure one settings. This is something which I learned. Let's click on settings. We need to do this on both the virtual network VMs. Click virtual internet, Ethernet, advanced sharing. Here we need to turn on the discovery. Also for file and printer sharing, if you want to use file printer, it's good. If not, then also fine. Let's turn on. Click on save settings. So we are done with VM1. Same settings. Let's minimize. I have already opened VM2, right? So VM2, let's close this Defender one. Let's close this one as well. Let's go to settings and repeat the same process. So this is an important step. If sometimes you face trouble regarding the ping part, if ping is not working, please make sure to turn on this one, turn on network discovery, or also file printer sharing if you want. So we are good. These changes are saved. So let's go back once again to maybe VM1 and try to ping once again. That is Amit VM2. Now if you check, the instantly we are getting reply and it's 0% loss. It means our VM are able to ping each other or communicate to each other. Also, if you note, as mentioned, I have mentioned you the private IP address. Just note this thing, right? We are into VM1 and try to ping VM2. So VM2 if you look, note this private IP address. Now let's go back to the console. For Azure VM2, if you look, the private IP address is this one, same as that one, right? Whenever we type ping the Azure virtual machine name, it will by default take the private IP address, because if you look at the architecture diagram, both the virtual machines are internal to Azure network, so they can communicate via private IP address as well. Public IP address is optional, we don't need it for such kind of tutorial, but yeah, for the simplicity I put it. So for VM1 as well, we can check out the private IP. If you're like confused or want to confirm these things, the private IP address is what's it's for this one VM1, it's 10.0.0.4, right? So this is definitely what we needed. Let's go back to the architecture diagram, what we have done. So we have successfully created one Vnet, then created one default subnet, then deployed two virtual machines, then in one virtual machine, that is in VM2, that is Amit VM2, we have configured ICMP inbound rule. Then in both the VM we have enabled the file sharing option using the settings, and then we have pinged VM2 using VM1. So that concludes the tutorial for a virtual network in Azure. The basics. I hope you found this tutorial helpful.